Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers. This is a video with a bit of a difference. Suddenly had an idea, and I don't know what you guys think, but I would love it if, by the way, these are Graham's tights. A few people have, they're not really. We've got a net for the jacuzzi, and but the holes are quite big, so I put the tights over it for a finer thing. But I have told people they're Graham's tights in the past, but they're not really. He wears stockings and suspenders. Anyway, yeah, it got me thinking, because the reason that we've sort of set ourselves up as targets, in effect, like with a bullseye, is to rather make a point. I know that lots of people have been doxxed. There's been an awful lot of online bullying that goes on in the name of the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. Now, whether she's involved or not is neither here nor there. This is her fan base, and they've been doing this for about 3 or 4 years now. They've destroyed people's lives. They're going to have their work cut out destroying our lives, because as I've said before, we're in a very secure position. The Dolphin Safari is a very well-established and well-loved business with a whole fan base all of its own. And we have people that go there with their grandchildren because they went there when they were children. And then they went there with their children's children, and now they come with their children's children. And the guy who owns it now, Tim, he's the second owner. He's not the founder. The founder, Mike Lawrence, actually owned it for about 26 years. He was a retired, I think, RAF or commercial pilot. Feel free to make noise, Graham. What are you doing, cutting your tights down?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's got a fan base all of its own. It's a very secure business. But the fact is that Meghan Markle supporters, who've clearly never been on any dolphin trip, let alone been anywhere near Gibraltar, have been bold enough to write these ridiculous fake reviews that we threaten the customers with guns at gunpoint, that we insult the customers, because, I mean, yeah, they're all really well-known and effective marketing tactics, aren't they? Doesn't everybody threaten their customers with guns? I'm shocked. So my idea is, this is really an appeal to Dan Wootton or GB News or any. I have got a couple of reporters that email me, but they're not on YouTube. They're not those kind of reporters. It would be marvellous to do an interview with Dan Wootton where I could explain what the process is of the doxing and how this weird fan base of Meghan Markle's goes out of its way to destroy, literally to destroy people's lives. Now, it's all very well and good for me and my family, and I include the Dolphin Safari as part of our family, because we are. It's all very well and good for us to be tough about it and say, you know, because it doesn't bother us. We've lived through so much shit. Anyone, actually, who works or owns any kind of customer service base or in the tourism industry, you wouldn't believe the abuse that people get just generally. Not from most customers. I'd say 99.9% of our customers are absolutely golden. They are lovely people. But there's always a very small percentage. And then there are competitors in various industries that love to make up fake reviews and write about each other. We at the Dolphin Safari are firm TripAdvisor supporters. We do not support TripAdvisor fraud in any way, shape or form. In fact, a lot of the bad reviews, the genuinely bad reviews we've got at Dolphin Safari, I love them because they raise points so that future visitors know what to expect. And then I can address it and explain it, and people do read them. And do you know what? We get loads of bookings, and the customers say, I booked, I go straight to the bad reviews, and I read your responses, Fiona, and we booked with you because of your reply to a bad review. So bad reviews on TripAdvisor are actually just as good and sometimes even better than good reviews. So really don't worry about that. I don't want any of you out there wanting to write 5-star fake reviews for us. Please don't do that, because that is TripAdvisor fraud, and it kind of takes away from the ethos of the whole idea of TripAdvisor. And the guys at TripAdvisor, they are busy. They do get around to removing really malicious or obviously fake reviews. Or sometimes I ask them, can you leave that there as an example? So please don't worry about the TripAdvisor thing, but I would love the opportunity to go on GB News and reach a wider audience to explain. People such as Murky Meg, who I haven't heard from. I've never been in touch with her personally, but as a subscriber of hers, I haven't seen her upload. I know she's not been well. I pray to God she's all right, because the last YouTuber was Ashley, and I don't think that's the case at all with Murky Meg, but I do know that she and her family went through some horrible doxing. They bullied her children, for goodness sake. That is sick. That this fan base of Meghan's is a far cry from kindness and compassion. It's a horrible, toxic, nasty situation, and people less strong than us can actually contemplate suicide. They really can, and that's a serious subject. And we're the perfect example. We are perfect working material for any journalist out there. I saw Camilla Tominey has taken so much crap on Twitter. I've seen Angela Levin has taken crap on Twitter. I believe an awful lot of other journalists have. This is a golden opportunity now. Obviously, my history of having been Britain's Most Wanted from 1999 to 2004, which was like 100 years ago, and the fact that I don't have any conviction or criminal record from it, that also adds a strange element to the whole thing, because it's just too tempting for trolls to jump on that. And believe me, my family are used to that one as well. They always, you know, no matter who I get into one with, they go, "Ha! And you were Britain's most wanted woman," as if that's got anything to do with the price of bananas, which it hasn't. So perhaps you subscribers out there can give me some ideas, or you yourselves may be in touch with journalists, or you may be subscribers of Dan Wootton's and you could suggest it to him, or suggest it to some of the other larger YouTubers. I think this is a very important issue, that people feel that they are being threatened into silence, quite frankly, and that's never going to happen with me. That is never, ever going to happen with me. They are on a loser on this one. And I would love to highlight and expose the vile and disgusting behaviour. And I bet you there's a lot of members of the public out there as well who would love this topic to be broached. So, firstly, what do all you guys think of that idea? And secondly, are you journalists yourselves? Are you willing, are you brave enough to tackle this one? Thank you for listening.